Welcome to Legal Connections. I'm Kimra Major Morris. Let's talk about the impact that COVID-19 has had on law students. Joining us today is FAMU Law's Student Bar Association President Julian Maynard. Welcome to Legal Connections, Julian.
Good morning. How are you? Thank you for having me on.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. So what is your role with the SBA?
With the SBA, I'm the president, but beyond being the president, I would truly say that my role is to serve the students. I'm a servant of the students, first and foremost. That they elected me to do a great job and to lead the school, and above all, that's what I'm here to do, is to serve them. Beyond that, I would say I'm an advocate for our students. You know, all of our issues, our causes, I have a direct link to the administration. So, whatever is pressing to the students and what our concerns are, it's my duty, it's my responsibility to make sure that those issues, those concerns are appropriately addressed and handled, and that the administration knows what's going on and that they're making decisions that positively affect the school and affect us. Business manager, we manage the budget for all of these student organizations and all of the major events on campus. So I would definitely say that I wear that hat of general business management or business manager for the students. And lastly, just inspiring and, doing my part to inspire and motivate, the success and victory that is FAMU College of Law.
Very nice. Well, you've got your hands full. Now with these, go ahead.
It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it.
Yeah, right. So with the virtual classes now, how has that been for you and the students?
It's been a hard transition. It's been a hard transition, going from an environment where we are having that face-to-face interaction day in and day out to a situation where classes are virtual and, we're together, but we're not together, and it's not the same experience. So it's been a challenge. And with those challenges come, being able to stay focused because you're not under the same pressure, just as a student, from what I've experienced. I took classes this summer. So it's different, but there are ways to get us back to that sense of community. Mm-hmm. There are things that are in the works that are going to be, shared with the school, so that we can make sure that we are above all successful.
When did you decide to become an attorney, and what kind of law would you like to practice?
I've known from the age of 12, actually, that I wanted to practice law. I was actually sitting in lunch, and my friends and I were deciding what we were going to do with our lives at 12, and
wow.
When it came to me, I didn't really know, and my friend Amanda said, you should be an attorney. My dad's an attorney, and he speaks very well, and you speak very well, so you should be an attorney too.
At 12?
At 12.
Wow.
And it was the first time anyone ever gave me a compliment like that. So it really, hit home. And, I after that, I joined I was welcomed into the pre-law magnet at my high school. And from there, just took off like a rocket.
Amazing. And what kind of law would you like to practice?
So I came in wanting to be, straight corporate, straight transactional. But over the course of, my matriculation and my tenure here at FAMU College of Law, I can definitely say I want to be a prosecutor. That's where I want to start. I want to start at the state attorney's office. Mm-hmm. And get my bearings there, because I feel like I'm being called to that, being called there to work for the state.
Well, that's fitting, because we know FAMU produces Rattlers for Justice. And what does that mean to you?
Being a Rattler for Justice in a nutshell, means being an agent of change, being the change that you want to see. So many of us come to FAMU College of Law, with the help and support of our communities, family, friends. We're doing it, and we're motivated by our communities. So getting these degrees and being able to go out and advocate for our communities and bring a change for our individual and collectively shared communities, that's what it means to be a Rattler for change. So or Rattler for justice. It's just being an agent for change for yourself, for the community, for the world.
And what year are you in, Julian?
I am a rising 3L, getting ready to walk across that stage next year. Just bring a smile to my
I see the glow. And so what are you and the other students doing to stay safe in this time?
So one of the things that was decided by the task force this summer to make sure that we ultimately stay safe is to remain virtual for the fall. The decision is, the jury's still out for the spring, but given the increase of cases in Florida and, how we're now the epicenter is what they're saying of this crisis, definitely the smartest thing to do for the student body, for everyone, was to remain in a quarantine state. Beyond that, social distancing whenever possible, and wearing your face mask. Wearing your face mask, protects you, it protects others. It's just what we need to do to make sure that we can get back to what we remember as normal. I don't think it's going to be normal. It's definitely going to be a new normal, but hopefully, I'm ready to get back to my classmates. I'm ready to get back to school. Like, we miss each other. There's definitely a bond there when you're going through law school, and you miss that when you are trying to do it from your living room or wherever you are. So it's definitely taking those safety precautions to make sure that we can get back to, what we love.
As a mother of a college student myself, I know my daughter's had some challenges just interacting and staying motivated,
Definitely.
It's definitely a test of your self-startership.
Exactly. Discipline, all of that.
Right. All right. Well, thank you. So is there anything else you'd like to add before we wrap?
This is a special class. This is a special time, even though we're in the pandemic and so many things are happening. I just have a vision that on the other side, it's going to be incredibly beautiful. And, this is, everyone might see this as a pandemic, but I truly see this as an opportunity for us to, get our things together, get in line, and, prepare ourselves to be victorious. This is just, halftime. So, I'm down to do this, and I've got all of the motivation to do this, and hopefully everyone is prepared to, roll up their sleeves and truly dig in for this great work that's about to happen. But other than that, that's it.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Julian. So nice meeting you and hearing about you, the things you're doing with the SBA. They're fortunate to have you. Sounds like they got the vote right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining Legal Connections.
No problem. You have a great day.
You too.